Okay, so in this lesson, we are going to solve a different kind of an equation called a literal equation. So the goal of a literal equation is rearrange an equation so that it's solved for a specified variable. Okay? So number one, we're asked to solve for a. So I'm going to rewrite this: a plus b equals 18. So if we want to solve it for a, that means we want it to look like a equals. All right? So in order to do that, I like to put a circle around the variable that I'm solving for, and our goal is to get that circle by itself. So to solve for a here, we need to get rid of the b that's on the same side of it. So of course, to get rid of the b, we'll subtract b from both sides. And we have a equals 18 minus b, which means we have solved for a. Okay, number two, p equals a plus b minus 3. So we're told to solve for a here. We're going to have to move the b and the 3. Doesn't matter which one you do first. I'm going to move the b first with subtraction, of course. So we have p minus b equals a minus 3. Okay, so now we want to move the negative 3, and of course we're going to add 3 to both sides, which gives us p minus b plus 3 is equal to a. Great, now we have a alone. We want to rewrite it starting with a, so I'm just going to flip it around. A is equal to p minus b plus 3. And that's your answer. Okay, number 8, solve for w. So here we want to just get rid of the 8. So the 8 is multiplying w, so of course we'll divide each side by 8. A over 8 equals w, and then we'll flip it to maybe begin with w. W is equal to a divided by 8. Okay, number 4, we're solving for x. So here we want to get rid of the 16 and the y. Let me write this one bigger, actually. Okay, we want to get rid of the 16 and the y. The 16 and the y are both multiplying x. So to get rid of multiply by 16 and y, we'll divide by 16 and y. So we have x equals w over 16y. X is alone, so that's our answer. Number 5, we're told to solve for m. So we'll have to first solve for 3m, because that's the term that has the variable. So we'll begin by subtracting n. D minus n equals 3m. Okay, and now we can solve for m by dividing each side by 3. I'm going to divide the whole left side by 3. So we have d minus n all over 3 is equal to m. And then, of course, you want to flip it to make your answer begin with m equals. And that'll be d minus n over 3. All right, number 6, a equals 4b plus 7c. So we'll first solve for 4b, subtract 7c from each side. A minus 7c is equal to 4b. And then we can solve for b, dividing each side by 4. So b equals a minus 7c over 4, and I just flipped it all in one step. All right, number 7, y equals 6 times x plus a. Okay, so before we can do anything here, we can get rid of the parentheses, of course, by distributing. So y equals 6x plus 6a. Okay, I want to solve for x, so first I'm going to solve for the 6x term. Subtract 6a from both sides. Y minus 6a equals 6x. And we'll finish by dividing each side by x and flipping. Sorry, this should be 6. No, I'm sorry. No. Sorry. Okay. Y minus 6a equals 6x. And we'll divide each side by 6, not by x, okay, to solve for x. So we'll get x equals y minus 6a over 6. Okay, number 8. So we'll distribute out the h. C equals hy minus 2h. Okay, so we'll isolate the hy term, add 2h to both sides. C plus 2h equals hy. And now we want to get y alone. Divide each side by h. So C plus 2h over h is equal to y. And of course, flip it. Y is equal to C plus 2h over h. Okay. So, number 9, we have a fraction. You need to clear fractions first before you do anything else. So, to clear fractions, I'm going to multiply the left and the right side by the LCD, which of course is 9 here. So I'm going to go times 9 to the right side as well as the left side. On the left side, 9x equals, and then the 9 and 9 will cancel, equals 2 times y plus c. Okay, now we can distribute. 9x equals 2y plus 2z. And we want to solve this one for y. So let's come up here. Can move over the 2z. 9x minus 2z equals 2y. And then we'll divide everything by 2. So y equals 9x minus 2z all over 2. Okay, number 10, to clear fractions, I'm going to multiply both sides by 7. Okay, which means 7a equals 1 times b plus c minus d is just b plus c minus d. Okay, I'm going to solve for c. So I'm going to subtract b. Doesn't matter which one you do first. 7a minus b equals c minus d. And now we want to add d to each side. So c equals 7a minus b plus d.